Okay, welcome back students again, and now in the lecture of part 2 of this video we will discuss the remaining 2 points which are not covered in our part 1 lecture. So first of all, the fourth topic, that is memory management operator and manipulators. Okay. So first we'll discuss about memory management operator. So to avoid the wastage of memory, we try to allocate the memory to variables using the operators at the runtime. So in C++ there are two operators, new and delete. New is used to assign value, whereas delete will remove the storage assigned to that variable in the memory. So first, new operator. So new operator, it is here an example is given, ptr is equal to new float num. So this expression of this program will return a pointer to a section of memory just large enough to hold the number of a floating point data type. So this new will help to assign float variable, number variables with a float data type. It used to assign values or memory storage in the program. And second one is our uh, delete operator. So delete operator is you can say an opposite part of new. It used to release the memory back to the operating system. If we use again and again new, so the large amount of memory will be consumed and system may be crashed. So to avoid that situation, we also use delete operator. So we will see an example for delete operator. So in the following expression shown here, two ways are given. So for deleting an array object, we have to mention a square bracket before your variable name. So we have to write delete, then square bracket, then ptr. So here we had considered ptr as an array. If it is a simple variable, you did not require to mention the square bracket. You simply write the second option, delete ptr. So it will release the memory stored or used by the variable ptr. Okay. Next, after memory management, two operator new and delete, we will go to our next topic, that is manipulators. So first of all, what are manipulators? So manipulators are nothing but the operators in C++ that are used to manipulating the data or help to display the data as per the programmer requirement. So there are four ways being shown here in C++. First is AND-AL manipulator. It always used to insert a new line and flush the buffer. Second one is setW manipulator. It sets the minimum field or width on the output and right justified the number. So by using this, the number is being right justified and the width of the field is being set. Third one is setFill manipulators. So setFill manipulators always use after setW manipulator. So the usage of this to entirely fill the field characters and the setFill argument. So the size of the character or number is small, then the setFill or the brackets in the setFill operation symbol will fill the character of the size mentioned in setW manipulator. Set precision manipulator. So set precision manipulator will use to put the decimal at the desired point, used to set the decimal after the number of digits specified. Okay, so these are the four manipulators. You lightly feel some confusion as their name are simply same as your as seen in the slide. So we will go through an example, and with the help of that example, it is surely clear the concept to you. Okay, so we will see one example. Okay, so first of all, we write the header file, that is iostring.h and conio.h and iomanic.h. The manipulators, for using the manipulators, this four manipulators, we have to include this file iomanic.h, that is manic for manipulators. Okay, so here first of all we declared one variable x having the data type float as 0.1, and the first line after next line, that is second line, that represents cout, then your setW function. Now here the setW function 10, so it is used to set the width of the output. As we had already seen that set fill is used after set w. So here set w is equal to 10. So it set the output width equal to 10. Now then set fill function has an argument $. So the remaining size, if it is not equal to 10, the remaining space will be filled using the $sign. And after that we are displaying 70 and 33. So 70 and 33, that is 70 and 33, that are 4 digits, but set w said that it should be 10 digits. So remaining 6 space is remaining, so that is filled by $symbol. So you can see in the output there are 6 $symbol and then 7033 is being displayed. Okay. Now in the same line it is written AND L, means that is AND L manipulator, which is our first manipulator. So that is used to create the new line, as you are using \n in C. That is same as AND L in C++. Okay. So our next output will be displayed in the next line. Okay. So the third line, that is Cout, that is fixed, and set precision we want to try to display, that is 3. So it will display the value of x after means after point there should be a 3 digit. Okay. So and L will always send your controller to the next line. So in the output we can able to see that 0.1, that is the value of x, but in the output 0.1, and after 1 there are 2 0 mentioned. So after decimal there are 3 digits, as we had mentioned set precision equal to 3. So set precision is always used to decide or tells the compiler that how many digits should be placed after a 0. So for that we are using this manipulator, set precision. So I hope this concept, these 4 manipulators are very simple, and that can be cleared by seeing this program or studying this program. Okay. Next, our typecast operator, that is next topic of typecast operator. So typecast is nothing but the conversion of an expression from one data type to another data. That is nothing but the typecasting. Typecasting is divided into mainly 2 categories. First one is implicit, that you can say automatically generated by the system or will be handled by the system. And second one is explicit conversion, explicit casting, typecasting you can say, that is given, you can say that is defined by the user. So we will see one by one. Okay. So first of all, implicit conversion. So we did not worry about this type of conversion. The compiler will automatically handle. So how it works? So here one example is given. So in implicit conversion, if we are moving from lower size variables to upper size variables, they are automatically being converted. So here short integer and short integer will store 2 bytes, whereas integer stores 4 bytes in the memory location. So here we have declared a short a, that is a is a short integer having value 2000, and we are declaring b as an integer, so b equal to a. So thus a is automatically converted from short integer to integer. So from 2 byte it is reserved as 4 byte increment. So this will automatically handled by the system. So that it is referred as implicit conversion. Okay. Now if we want to move in the reverse direction, then we have to specify. If we are moving from larger size to smaller size, we have to explicitly verify it in our program. That is nothing but the opposite part of it, that is explicit conversion. Okay, so explicit conversion is nothing but the opposite part of implicit conversion, and for that we have to mention the data type and in the bracket the variables which we want to change. So here in the example, double x equal to 10.3 and integer y. So we have write y is equal to int, that is the data type, in which we want to convert as y is an integer data type, but where x is a double data type. So we are trying to convert the x into first integer, and then we will try to assign it into integer. So the integer size is 4 bytes, whereas double reserves 8 byte in the memory. So we are moving from higher bytes to lower bytes. So for specifying such type of conversion, we explicitly want to mention like this in our example. So this y is equal to integer x represents such type of conversion. So this is an example of an explicit conversion. Okay. So in this lecture we had discussed about memory, manipulators, and typecasting operators, okay, and also the memory management operators we had discussed. So in memory management operator we had discussed new and delete operator for assigning and removing or releasing the memory. Then we see the manipulators, four manipulators are there, and set w, set fill, and set precision. And lastly we had discussed about this typecasting operator, that is implicit conversion and explicit conversion. Implicitly conversion is automatically given by the system, while explicit will be controlled or given by the user while programming. So I hope after watching this part 2 of this video, we are able to learn the concept of differentiate amongst the various operators in the C++. So I hope you are able to learn, and once again thank you for watching this lecture. Thank you.